So once you're level 50 on Palworld, you probably think, how do I get technology points? And not necessarily just the ancient, because realistically they are pretty self-explanatory, especially with all of the bosses. You get them from just killing any of these bosses completely. You'll get, depending on the level, 1, 2, all the way up to, I believe, 5 for the hardest bosses, and you can just keep coming back and destroying them. The easiest one is going to be this one. Once you're level 50, then obviously you will be able to destroy that pretty quickly. But when it comes to the technology sort of side, you will find them normally throughout levels, and you'll find that once you've got all of your pals, for instance, I've still got all of these to unlock, I've got to actually catch the pal to unlock it, but then you don't level up anymore. You're level 50 and you're thinking, well, how on earth do I get them? And naturally you can find them from doing all of these points. So if you find all of the map, then you will get 1 per fast travel point. But when you've kind of done most of the map, like, yes, I've still got this to explore, but realistically that's going to be 1, 2, maybe even 3 points, and that's at a max. There's still a lot of different technology points you can do. Now, there is a couple of ways to be able to do this without any of that. And the first way, this is my second way, is going for Who Crates. Am I being raided again? Well, we'll continue this and then we'll just go away from here. But Who Crates do drop them as a possible drop. And I must admit, I spent 3 different nights, because they only come out at night, actually trying to do them. And I didn't get a single one. So I'm going to be showing you, once I finish this raid, the best way that I found to get them. Are you looking for gift cards, game keys and more? Head over to U7Buy for a variety of cards you can get today. From PSN, Steam, all the way to Xbox. With huge amounts of price variations, check the link in the description for cheap, reliable digital cards for you right now. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So what you'll find in different free locations is these research labs. So you've got 1, or at least 1, 2, and 3. I don't believe there's a 4th. I'm pretty sure I've went up here and there is actually nothing, so it is just the 3. Now what you'll find from here, which I will show you as we go, so if we go, we should be able to go to this one. If we go from here, what you'll find on each of them, I would probably try and do this method once you've got Jet Dragon as well, to be honest, because it's very long to get there otherwise. So this just makes it so much quicker. I've only just managed to get him, so I'm really happy with how quickly he actually goes. But what you'll find from here is on the actual base side of it, you'll find normally around about 4 to 5 chests. And then you'll also find some on the outer edge. So what I do here, and because Jet Dragon is an absolute monster, I will go around the edge first. So you should find them, but the one thing is, when we know when it comes to chests, is the factor that they do respawn every few days. I have only done this a couple of days ago, so I'm hoping it has passed enough time, but it might not have. But basically from this, you should find purple and gold chests, which again, it's not looking very likely because I think I might have done it prior, but you will find about 3 to 4 on the outer side, and then you'll also find some at the top. So I will go to the top as well. Sometimes you'll find them let's just double check here, because sometimes you'll find them kind of just up here in these little kind of crevices almost, and they will be at the top as well. So normally I believe there's 1 or 2 at the actual top, so normally it's somewhere around about here. I feel like I've managed to really go for this base, but the basic premise of this is the fact that you can open them and you can get the drop. It is again very lucky to get them. Don't think you get them every single time. I believe I did all 3 sanctuaries and got about 10 different, so it looks like I finished them, because you normally get 1 here. So I'll just show you the locations of them. Let's just get a bit more stamina back. You'd get 1 here. You'd normally get 1 kind of on this side over here as well, so you'd get it around about here. Sometimes I think I have seen 1 on here, but normally they are 1 here, and then you'd also find 1 pretty much up here, right at this back here, and then also 1 here. What this will allow you to do is just constantly hit them every single time, and normally the other one is, I'd say, around this sort of spot. This is the exact same for all of them. So if in fact, I don't want to dismount, that, come back here. There we go. Once you kind of go back and then you go back and kind of do a couple of nights, I believe people have said from a video that I read it was about 2 to 3 days. I have seen people say that they haven't respawned then. It's normally about 4 to 5 days. So again, it all depends on how lucky you are with the respawn. It's exactly the same for any sort of coal and also any sort of kind of like black market people. If you've killed them, how quickly they take to come back. Sometimes it can change, and depending on how your game speed works, I don't know if it's actual time in the game or if you've sped it up basically. Like my nighttime is a touch faster than normal just to get it out of the way, because realistically I don't need to do the night. But again, if you've got your bed, you can just skip it anyway. But if we try the second one, what you want to do is just try and get the fast travel as close to as possible. This one is glitched for me as well. I can't actually do here, so I have to go to the tower prior. But then the second one is a lot closer. Like I said, when it comes to a normal mount, I would 100% recommend trying to get Jet Dragon. He is just monstrously quick in comparison, and just going around the base, it does take a bit of time. If you're obviously doing it on Jet Dragon, you probably could get all 3 done in about 10 minutes, to be honest, especially if you have the locations as well, because you do have to come off. So that is the annoying part. So let's just take a quick look round. But when it comes to these chests, you will find 1 to 2 high-tech manuals. Exactly the same as Who Crates. It is the exact same method, but you do find them a lot quicker here. Whereas Who Crates, like I said, I did 3 nights of killing them. You've got to find them. And to be honest, you're better off, if you are trying to do that method, putting your nighttime onto an absolute max, because it will take a while. So here's one of them. Like I said, you don't get them in every single one, but we did manage to get 2 there, which is absolutely perfect. They will look something like this. When you click use on them, it will say I can have a technology point. We can do 2 of them and you'll get the points. And basically you've just got to keep it repeating. I'm trying now as a collector, really just trying to unlock everything so that I have the full technology. Once you've done and you've got everything, then there's no need to do it anymore. I don't think they have really any other use other than unlocking the technology. Hopefully this helps, and I'll catch you over the next one.